Well, good morning, folks. How you doing? This is Brian here with American Hobo 2. Anyway, I'm getting ready to leave. This is last night was my second night here. So what happened was I was going to leave yesterday. I should have left yesterday, but that's okay. It was really nice. I could have got quite a few miles, but I ended up and he wanted me to do a little bit more work, and so I took my razor blades and did some razor scraping. Got all the overspray paint that when whoever painted outside had not taped the windows up. So it was just faint, but it was still there, and they looked so much better, and I got that done for them. Then I helped them with this railing. There's a piece of railing, and what they do is that, with these people from India, they're, some of them are, this guy here's a nice guy, but the majority of them, they just keep, they'll give you a night in a room. This is $45 a night for a room. And I spent the majority of the day yesterday doing work. So, I mean, it was basically just for like $3 an hour, $4 an hour. That's basically what it amounted to, my time. He threw me a 20, let me do my laundry. I thought that was nice of him. Bought me a big cup of coffee. We went to a town about an hour away, St. Joseph, Missouri, and actually went to Home Depot and Menards trying to get some brackets for a 50-year-old stair railing. And I just told him from the get-go, just call a welder, man. Local welder here in town. It's about $100. The money he spent for gas there and back, and the stuff he bought, and all this stuff, man. All he had to do, man, is just they do everything themselves. That's how it is, and there's so much that can be done here. I'm not staying here though. I'm not. This is one of these towns I got a couple-day rest. I've been in a motel for about a week since Goodland, and I've been in a motel like 10 days now since I left. The Colby area there. So I've been in a room every night. I haven't had to camp out at all. I'm going to have to at some point do some camping out. I'm getting up into the North Territory where I got to really start watching cougars a lot. More dogs than anything, but cougars definitely. And really got to watch them and have that gas. I always keep this gas ready. It's got 25 shots. So if a cougar runs up on me, I'm blasting that sucker, and I've got a stun gun. So at least I've got something to defend myself other than just waving my hands. I got a good couple knives on me. I'm okay. I got a bigger knife and three other good sized knives that will take care of business. I've got this one here. It's okay. It's sharp. I've sharpened all my knives. So I mean, if I have to defend myself in a life or death situation, that something's gonna get stabbed by this. A bobcat or anything, a dog or something, they're going to feel it. Plus, I can gas them. I can incapacitate an animal, self-defense. And I don't ever anticipate with a person, but it may happen. You never know. I hope it doesn't. I'd rather just utilize this. So that would be a last resort. But I'm more worried about dogs than I am anything. Having to take out a dog. He's got to be careful. Some people, the other day I was hitchhiking. I told you in the video, I was sitting there and this farmer went by and he knew I was standing out there. So what does he do? He lets his two pit bulls out with not leashes right there across the road. So I backed up. You got to use common sense, man. These dogs don't understand somebody sitting out there with a pack this size. They don't. They don't, man. I mean, it's the way it is. But this is a never-ending journey for me. It's just day by day, everything. But anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that I would highly recommend you folks, anybody hitchhiking or anything, do not come through Kansas at any kind of thing. Because if you're going 70 from like Denver all the way to Kansas City, there's not much in between except a few towns. Then when you get to Topeka, then you got Kansas City, another hour and a half more, 2 hours more. You're looking at crime-filled, drug-infested cities. The cops they're going to hassle you, especially if you're traveling or hitchhiking. That's why I stay to these two-laners. And I'm on this. This will go right up to 29 here. About another 71 miles. I'm on 29. Just take 29 up past Omaha. And from Omaha to Sioux City, Iowa is about 161. It's about 170 mile a day. If I could really bump it today, and it's going to be some rain. I know that's it's scattered showers, so I'm going to have to break the pack cover out, cover my pack, and put a poncho on just so I don't get soaking wet. It's going to be relatively warm. It's not going to be hot. So, and I've got a few bucks on me. He gave me a 20 yesterday, so haven't come across a lot of money. I haven't, and that's okay. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all. And Ain't no big deal, man. And I'm thinking about changing my number today. Actually, sometime in the next couple of days, getting rid of my number and just contacting just two people with a new number. Uh, I'm just going to cease contact with a couple people because it doesn't really pay to even contact because they could care less at all. They're not going to help me in any kind of way. So-called friends they're far and few in between. So I'm just barreling it on day by day. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm keeping a positive attitude. In about another hour and 45 minutes, I can get in here. He's gonna take me up the road 17 miles. That's gonna put me into Falls City, and there's a motel there, and there's a couple motels right within close distance, and I might be able to do some windows there and stay a night, which I wouldn't mind doing. That would give me some more time in the room. But if I can't do that, I'm going to barrel up to 29 here. Because if I can hit 29, that's going to put me in a strategic situation where if I might be able to make tonight, by night tonight, be able to make this little Elk Point, South Dakota. And that's really what I'm hoping for. If I can do that and just procure a room, there's a room. And I'm sitting pretty darn good. And they got little casinos there. I'm not a big gambler, but you can hit licks on that for a few bucks here and there, a few bucks here and there. And that's kind of what I like to do. And that's all I need to do. It's good. And man, and if I could, if I would have tried to save a few $100s. I tried. That would have got me. I could have stayed in this little room for like 3 days. It's a decent little town. I don't mind it one bit. But I'm heading up north as far as I can get, and I'm going to start camping out. I know I'm going to get to that point where I'm going to camp out. And it's a little chilly still, but not very chilly enough where I've got to worry about a coat or nothing. And I'm going to go to this one place, see what I can do as far as procuring a place to stay. I got some things I need to take care of, and then from that standpoint, it's just from here, it's going to be going ultralight. I'm going to get a different pack. I'm going to actually deck myself out just a couple changes of clothes, and everything's going to go down right to a bare minimum. I can't stress the importance of having ultralight gear. Especially when you're traveling, man. I mean, I've got between 40 and 50 pounds. That's a lot of weight. It really is. And if you got to walk any in depth of that, it's not. I can handle it, but it's uncomfortable. And if it's very hot, you're going to be drenched. You're going to sweat profusely. You're going to have to change shirts several times. I mean, you really got to break it down to what can you carry, man, and walk comfortably with not what all having to everything shirts, kitchen sink on your back. But I wanted to be prepared just in case I had to camp out in depth for a while. I've got a full size one-man tent, and I've got another that can fit two people emergency tube tent, which is a really heavy duty tube tent. And I've already went through a video on that. It can be set up quick. But my pack set up, I just, when I come to a location, a motel, then I just get in the motel, I can unpack, grab my window cleaning stuff out of there, and it requires taking stuff out of the pack because it's one of them packs that doesn't have compartments and all that. It's just one of them big, huge North Face packs. You got to take everything out, put everything back in. But I've got it packed and squared off really nice, right now. And just for now. And it's just one of these things, man. When you camp, if I'm going to camp for a few days, but this weather, it was really good, man. And I passed up some campgrounds. However, the campgrounds where I just came from, it's going to be like thunderstorms and rain. So it's going to be a rainy mess. So there's not going to be any window cleaning. I'm going to be stuck in a town at one of their campgrounds with limited cash. It is what it is. It is what it is. But boy, I'll tell you, things are going to get pretty meaty, pretty juicy, man. So I'm going to do the best I can, continue to hitchhike, get up to Nebraska City. I may just cut all the way over, man, get this little town called Shenandoah, and go ahead and get a hold of a church and see if I can, procure a room for a day or two. I could just call churches and just say, hey, man, I just need this weather's goofy. I'm trying to get up this way, and I can always cut over. I can do a lot of things, man. It's not a big issue, and I can always go up several different highways, even slightly off 29, to little towns. So I've got some options, and I'll utilize them. But like I said, it's not really major. thunderstorms, everything's kind of scattered, showers, stuff like that. It will turn into like scattered thunderstorms, stuff like that. And depending on where I get, if I get up to a certain location, it's going to be just like scattered showers and then several days of sun, like in the 70s and 80s. So I'm not even going to need a sweatshirt. So, yeah, this is something else, man. Boy, I'll tell you. And, I'm just bouncing around, man. Just whatever little circuit I want to go. There's little towns. I might go to some places I haven't been. Um, Try to find some handyman work, but, there again, you got to watch because every time you turn around, 75 or 80% of these are, they're Indian owned. And, they're not going to give you a fair shake. They're going to work your ass off. You're going to get a night in a room and maybe 10 or 20 bucks. That's all you're going to get. They're not going to be forking you out. They're not going to be like looking at you as an asset to fix their place up. And it's just the way it is until you get into certain locations, And everything's India owned, India owned, India owned. That town I came from in Kobe, every motel in town's India owned. You're not getting a fair shake. If they know you're a worker and you're making decent money like that one, you're paying between $300 and $350 a week for a motel. We're talking over $1,200, $1,400 a month to live in a motel. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And yeah, I do not like that. And I was not able to save hardly anything. I mean, you got to eat, that, and it's just, oh man. And then the guy I was working for, he just started getting goofy. He said one thing, did the other. Oh, you can take any days time you want off, and it was a hard job. And I needed to do some stuff, but I just didn't. I kept working. Then when I finally wanted to take a week or two off and go do some things that I need to take care of in another state, he's all goes off on me and just created a circumstances where he could just say, okay, you just leave. You're good. I'll pay you. I don't want you around no more. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm done now. I'm done working for detailers and all that stuff. I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. I mean, if it comes down to it, I'll start panhandling. I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm just not, man. I'm not going to feel bad about it one bit. I am just so tired of people and their BS, man. It's just like over and over and over again. It's just they just got all these hidden agendas, on stuff, man. Roll with the punches. Deal with people that you feel are decent. Try to adhere to and cling to people that are decent for a brief period of time. See what you can get from them through work. Some assistance, whatever. Keep pushing on, keep pushing on. Don't stay in any particular location for more than a few days unless it's paying out and you got a place and it's not bad. Most places I've seen and go to, they're drug infested dives. Everybody's on some kind of drugs. You got to watch who you deal with, man. Most of the people, they're transients, just a few steps up from you, but they got a place, and they're overly protective and cliquish when a guy like me comes on and wants to clean some windows, or excuse me just for a minute. Let's see if I can get it to squeeze another half cup of coffee out of this coffee maker. About it. They give you 2 little packs of coffee, and basically it's like pod coffee, and you can get a good solid cup out of one, but I was able to stretch 2. Let's see if I can stretch another half cup out, and that's good for coffee this morning. But this weather's not looking very good either. I'll show you. It says, scattered showers, whatever, but if you can see right now, it's getting light. It's what time is it now? It's about 6 something. It's light out, but it don't look bad. It's cloudy. There'll be scattered showers. So that road up there, that's the road that goes up 17 miles to this Falls City, and where I'm going to have him drop me off at. That's going to be, he's going to take me up there. So that's cool. That saves me 17 miles of standing out here trying to get a ride on a Saturday. And I'll tell you what, good luck today. That's what I'm saying. It's just not looking. If it was a weekday or something like that, and then tomorrow's Sunday, so I really got to hit that 29. I got to get up on 29 today. I'm just going to take a ride to Nebraska City, get up there, and see if I can procure any type of cash at all from anybody. Hey, 20 here, 20 here. I'm sure I'll get something. Nebraska will be a lot better than Kansas. I'm just really be glad to get out of Kansas today. I'm going to be like, man, I'm out of Kansas. Thumbs up. I would not recommend hitchhiking anywhere, and I would not recommend going over to this Pizza Hut. The manager over there, she's terrible. I wouldn't even bother with it. She's got an attitude. Um, yeah, so I wouldn't recommend that. This is Hiawatha, Kansas. I'm at the Sunflower Motel, and hate to say this, man, I wouldn't recommend staying here either. I mean, it's cheap and everything, but I wouldn't recommend staying here. I'd stay clear of this. This place is a dive. Whatever. And, it is what it is, man. It's for people that can't afford to stay anywhere else, man. It's just do what you got to do. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to download this video, but I'm getting ready to hit the road pretty soon. And I'll be on the highway again. I got a good night's rest last night. I ate really good last night. I actually ate a half a Subway this morning, half of a foot long. So I ate a 1.5 foot Subway last night. That was great. Oh, it was super good, man. I was like, cold cut combo, veggies on it, 9-grain whole wheat bread. I mean, it was really good. I really enjoyed the good solid food. And I ate a little cinnamon roll and an apple today. I've got a couple cans of ravioli, or spaghetti meatballs in there. So if I have to, if I get a room, if I need something, plus I got a few bucks. If there's a Dollar General close by, I can, get some of them chow mein soups, some beans, whatever, man. But yeah, things will work out good for me. I'm not going to sweat anything. It's cool, man. I'm all packed up. It took me a good hour to pack everything up. I've got that pack totally squared up. It's got some weight to it. It's over 40 pounds. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's just too much stuff, but that's all I got. I mean, that's all I got to my name. I don't have, that's it. And I hate to get rid of stuff. I really do. I mean, I'm down to 3 pair of pants and a pair of shorts. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts, t-shirts, about 8 pair of socks, and 4 pair of underwear, a couple sweat hoods, and some work gloves, 1 pair of shoes. But I've got some little, sleeping bag, a mat, pillow, sleeping bag liner, emergency tent, a full-size tent, cook kit, my hygiene, just various little stuff that I need to survive, and so I can at least change my clothes 3 times, So, got what I got. I hate getting rid of stuff, but eventually here I'm going to get some high-tech stuff where I've just got like convertible pants and a pair of shorts, a couple of decent shirts, a couple decent pair of really, like I wanted to get up to, like, if you're going to do hiking, ex officio underwear, just get a couple good pair. They'll last forever. You can wash them out daily, dry them. 3 pair of really good, darn tough wool hiker socks. That's all you need, and a step up to some better hikers. These are nice shoes I got now. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to wear these to wear. I have to get some laces pretty soon because one of my laces is starting to get a little thin, so at any time that could break. And I don't really want it to break, like I said, because man, they're nice shoes, but I don't know how much longer these laces will hold up. And hopefully there's enough on there where I can run them through that they break halfway, because these are extra long laces, so I could just utilize them. They're really good laces. I mean, like nylon, they'll last a while. But for some reason, I might have just working and stuff, weed whacking stuff. I think they're just starting to fray a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is going on 20 minutes. I'm gonna download it. So I'm heading out of this little town of Hiawatha. So I made some good timing, man. Over the last several days, I was able to get through this state. Whew, man, this is nice. So I'm going to be in Nebraska here, right in Nebraska, in a matter of minutes. And not going to be too far from Omaha. And I'm just going to take that 29 up and just try to get all the way to Sioux City, Iowa, and beyond that. If I can make that today, that Elk Point, I'm sitting pretty darn good. That's like right north of Sioux City. And you got Sioux City, then you got North Sioux City, South Dakota. Then you get just north of there is that Elk Point, and they got that little hometown inn. And That's pretty nice. I mean, just it's $45 a night cash. That's it. That's with everything. $45 a night. I mean, that's pretty darn cheap. Hopefully, there's some room. I don't anticipate any workers will be up there, but you never know. It might be full. I don't know how many rooms there is. I think it's about 30 rooms, but it's got coffee there. Really decent little motel. I can stay there a couple of days. I've hitchhiked out of there before. It's not that bad. So, anyway, folks, take it easy. And as I said, brothers and sisters, please do not hitchhike through Kansas. If you can bypass that, go through Nebraska or even go south. Stay on 70, go into Kansas City and beyond that, into Missouri. Stay on the interstates. You know, don't do what I did. I did it successfully, and I did it for a reason because I stopped these little towns, clean windows, and I did okay for myself. I mean, I really have. I always do. So, but this is the last of the Mohicans here, and there's going to be some smaller towns, but I've got to play it by ear. We've got this Falls City up here, and what's cool about Falls City is they do have a Seventh-day Adventist. Today's Seventh-day Adventists meet today, Saturday. If I could call them, they could probably help me with a room, and I know how to talk to people. Just a room for the night, and I've got a place to stay for the night. I could walk into town, get me some food from Dollar General, get myself situated, head out the next day, whatever. We just got to play it by ear on this weather. When this weather's overcast and it's scattered showers, I don't really like that because you never know when it's just going to blast rain for like a half hour and you're going to be. That's why I got to get my pack out, and we're going to play it by ear, man. That's what we're going to do. So you take it easy, folks. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for your time. Take it easy. Brian, American Hobo 2 over and out.